Hi, it's David, and today we're going to provide Week in the News with a topic that's so urgent in its scope and its need today. We have those horrible words showing up in the news and in our lives today: recession, inflation. Just a few weeks ago, our administration in Washington, D.C. announced that we had a 3.4% unemployment rate. I might add that the previous president announced a 3.8% unemployment rate. And then before that, Barack Obama always came on the news when there was good news about unemployment. But the problem with all those numbers is they're fictitious. We draw all of the people that have left the workplace because they don't like it anymore. We have airline pilots today who were close to their retirement, and they were looking at everything that was happening in the industry and with us. They're gone. So that number is very, it's a political number. Let's just start there. So I'm going to share some information with you that can not only be important for you, but people that you love and care about. And that is, where are the jobs growing that are part of the future? Because if you're working in a company or a market that's shrinking, that's becoming obsolete, it's time to leave. So many of us continue to show up because we're afraid of what might happen if we do leave, but we know what's going to happen at the company that's shrinking. Other people will get laid off. The really adaptable ones will already be gone. And each time there's another round of layoffs, someone's going to come to you and hand you a stack of work along with its subterranean message that you should be happy to have a job. Get out while you still have strong self-esteem and energy. That's our point of view. But where do we go? Where is the work of the future? We recently became part of the fastest growing class of startups in the country, which are called social entrepreneurs. Social entrepreneurs, it isn't enough to make money from a business such as a new bank or a petroleum company or fracking or all the things that we turn into commodities. The work that's growing is work that's changing the world. And you can find out so much about that by going to the various equity investment companies in Silicon Valley in New York and look where the money is being invested. And the best of them are solving problems. Many of us not heard from Al Gore in a long time, and maybe we assumed he got over his green energy campaign. Nothing could be further from the truth, because Al Gore has been working with Goldman Sachs and has been working with Kleiner Perkins in Silicon Valley. First, they developed a business plan that's so stringent that if you can live through it, 99.75% probability, you're going to be rich. You're going to turn that company into a success story. Those are the companies that they are financing. And they're doing it to prove that green energy is more profitable than coal or petroleum. We find people like Elon Musk launching the first electric car company, and 12 years later, every significant car company is converting over to electric cars. So the changes are swift, and we can become part of changes that are meaningful to us. Today's task workers have a big problem on their hand, because if they keep looking for task work, with each round, task work is becoming cheaper and it's becoming shorter because there's a tendency for companies to replace task workers with software and technology. And if you can do that work, then you're probably already fairly numbed out with your mind and your boredom. So listen up. If you want to become part of the new workplace, pick a solution that you want to be part of. Pick something that's meaningful to you. Could it be cost-free education, medical equipment that will save lives in third world countries, cures for cancer, ways to help remote work become more accountable and clear? Will we find ways to make education more updated and available to all of us in a moment's time? All of these are some of the changes that are in the works right now. And so, I'm not going to help you out with looking. Go on to Google and put in equity investment firms, Silicon Valley, equity investment firms, New York. And also put in the title, another title box, social entrepreneurs, and start educating yourself that these are people who think that just starting a company to make profit is so passé. They're doing it to change the world, and you might be wanting to be a part of that. It's certainly the case here. I've been very disturbed about what's taking in the world of work, what's taking place for years now, because we're basically neglecting to guide the American people into the new work. Promise politics means that we're always being given promises, regardless whether the candidates are independent, Democratic, or Republican. And then when the vote is over, they go back to what they do, which is raising money and arguing. But we have companies throughout the world, Germany, Canada are just two that come to mind, where the government is helping people move into organizations and industries that are growing, that they want to grow. And they're helping people educate themselves with technology before their job becomes obsolete, not after. And one of the things that I love so much about the new social entrepreneur movement is that much of the work is about cleaning up after the Industrial Revolution. So have at it. Study, find your way, find something that you feel is so exciting you would be willing to go through a lot of change to get it, because it's there. You'll find an in-depth analysis of this news attached to the description, and always feel free to reach out with questions and comments.